Oh, I should probably turn my camera on. 1 second. Let's see. There we go. Hello, everyone. Hi, Zero. Thank you for being first at 2 streams in a week. Yeah, I sure did say. Yeah, I said no, no movement allowed. Inflation sucks. Okay, I was afraid that the spam. You want you want him back at 1. I don't even remember how high I edited him to. Hold on. Hmm. Okay, people, I'll give you what you want. Hold on. But I think I did. I put a cooldown on him. Um. Used to be a proper country with Uni Redeem was 1 channel point. I think I changed it. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, I fixed it, so you guys have the technology. It's very easy. This isn't a country. Um this is just a space. There's no real and no one is really in charge. Cat Delia may be the figurehead for all of us, but I don't think she I mean, no, she does have the most power. She overpowers me every day. See, this is like with the Sonic movie when they complained so much about how scary the human face Sonic looked, so they redid the animation. Bullying works, and now the Uni Redeem is 1 channel point again. I know what the bullying is bad, but sometimes bullying works. And I'm not in a position to argue it because I'm so I Yippee! I Yeah, I put a cooldown on him though. Owie. Oh, Neptune. Oh, sweet Neptune. Okay, so you can't have it all. We I know we all want it all, but would it be easier if it was I know you want it to be 1 channel point with no cooldown. But I'm afraid no cooldown means that my laptop will burst into flames. So we could either have. You want to spam 3,000 of them? Okay. Let me see. Channel points. Fine. Is this are you guys are you happy now? Chat PayPal cord for better PC. That's the I no, see like I can't No, there's like not to like no, but nothing I have to offer is worth anyone paying for it. You know what that's that just sounded like I didn't mean for it to sound like low self-esteem, but like no. No. But I did fix I I turned off the uni cooldown, so there will be no cooling down, just heating up of my pooter. Okay. Let me also pull up the reason I'm streaming at all. No, that's not the only reason, but I actually have something worthwhile to talk about. I know that doesn't seem possible, but I promise. I promise for once. It's actually truly interesting subject matter. Like, 'cause I think everything I have to say is interesting to an extent, but it's not all like, wow, we really need to spend a whole stream talking about this. And then we're pulling up websites for 90 Day Fiancé people. And, you know. It's fine. It's all good. Okay. So. No, that's not the screen that I wanted. Hold on. Please. I love how it has it has the Google Slides or the what was it? Soft boyfriend tucks you into bed and then gets hit in the head with 15 metal pipes ASMR was still like what the window was labeled as when I went to pull up my Google, so God, that was such a good one. I have a friend that does ASMR, and I send her that kind of stuff, and I'm like, you could be doing this. And she doesn't, but she could. I gotta keep her on her toes. I think she was the one that did show me it was the ASMR organ harvest. And it was just like she kind of looked like Yuno Gasai. It was just a person in a cosplay. And she's like, and now you're going to harvest your organs. And it was too much for me. Okay, no, the real reason, the fun thing for me to talk about today, as I'm sure you can tell by the stream title, Cat Delia, come here. Come here, baby. Come by Mama. She's coming in the room. Come here. Where's my girl? Come by Mommy. Oh, she's gonna go in this box. That's on the floor. Playing hard to get. No, now she's leaving me. She doesn't even care me. No, what actually happened was, I went to New York City and saw my first Broadway show ever. Which was a dream come true. Ugh, just so many things in my brain, so many words that I could say and probably will say, and unnecessary nitpicks from me about different things, but it was so much fun. I'd been in New York City twice before, and I did a similar thing where it was go in for the day and then leave. Not, didn't stay overnight or anything. Um, but I was like a kid, so I don't remember any of it. But this was all very well planned out, kind of like last minute. So, well planned out in terms of I didn't know if I was going to. I'm very picky, so so Sweeney Todd is my favorite musical of all time. So, um, when it was on Broadway, I'm like, oh, it would be great to go see it, because I'd never been to a Broadway show. I'm like, that's the show I would put out all the stops for. And then the day before my birthday, they announced that Josh Groban and Annalee Ashford were no longer going to be in the roles of Sweeney Todd and Mrs. Lovett, respectively. And then I was sad. But they didn't say the show was closing, because that's what I was originally waiting for them to say, is that they're closing the show. And I would have been extremely sad. But no, they just said we're bringing in new cast members, Aaron Tveit and Sutton Foster. And that's where my issue came in. Because Aaron Tveit is not a baritone. So he's not in the vocal range that he would need to be. And he usually plays like the pretty boy characters versus, disgruntled middle-aged man, runaway convict, demon barber. So I was a hater. I was coming in full force hater. But then my one friend was like, hey, I really want to go see him because he's like my guy. Do you want to go see Sweeney on Broadway? And who was I to say no? So this was back in February, and then I don't remember exactly when it was announced, but then it was announced that the show was closing for good in May. And then they said it's closing for good on May 5th. And we already had our tickets for May 1st. And, we had no idea when we bought them that was going to be the last week of shows. So, we really lucked out there, especially because the resale value for some of the tickets, for the show we were at, was $500 because it was closing week. And I don't have that kind of money, so thank God I didn't have to pay that. But we worked it out where I was like, I'm not going to be able to take off a bunch of time off of work. So how can we do this and make it work so I can go and see my dream show and still have a job? So we left the location of residence at 5 in the morning on Tuesday. We got to New York City and spent all afternoon just having fun, shopping, eating, which I have pictures of all that stuff. And then the show was at 7 o'clock p.m. We went to the show, and then the show was done at 10. And we came back home. And I think, I got home at 8 o'clock this morning? Yes, Zero. I have answers for, or whatever you're about to say. Yes, what is your request, sir? Make new redeem, okay. JoJo quote. Okay, I can do that. That one will definitely have a cooldown, though, because suddenly I will never know any quotes ever. Yeah, I can do that. No problem. Oh, you might get put in the padded room, it looks like. JoJo Me Anthem, okay. Okay, hold on. let me get out of this. Let me go here. You're not even gonna miss anything because I'm gonna just add this redeem. I'm just gonna add this redeem. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. That's not how I meant to have them. That's not what I meant. Oh, I will check Discord. Oh no. No, not add 4 out of 5. No. No. Welcome back. Okay. That's okay. I saved a good JoJo quote for you. Tell him to eat shit, Johnny. Fall off your horse and die. You slid through the window. Can you dislocate a bone? I guess you could. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Can you dislocate a bone? I guess so. I'm gonna take your word for it. Well, I'm glad it was only a couple dislocated bones. To the guards. The guard is actually, instead of like a guard dog, it's just Cat Delia and she's sound asleep. Honk shoe me 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 the whole time. But all her fluff has padded the door shut. So you can't even open the door. She's silly. Yeah, but so I did a New York City speed run because I didn't have the time off to use to not go to work. So, oh, it was so good. Dream come true. I needed to see Sweeney Todd on Broadway. It hasn't been on Broadway since 2005. And then it was on for 2023 into 2024. And I was like, I don't know when it's going to be here next, so I'm going to take advantage of it. And that's been like my new, not like a new philosophy, but it's when the pandemic hit, I sort of like sat with that and I was like, you never know what's going to happen, so if the opportunity arises and I can make it work, then I'm gonna try to make it work and say yes to those kinds of situations because you never know what's going to change. So good times had by all. first, well, of course, we drove past the Richard Rodgers Theater, which is where Hamilton is and has been. Uh, and I was thinking about how they used to do the ham for ham, which was the um, yapaholic. Yeah, that's what I am. That's my true addiction, the yapping. They used to do the ham for ham right out there in front of those silhouetted posters where you give them $10 a Hamilton, and then you can enter the lottery to win a ticket to Hamilton. And a lot of the times the cast members would come out there and they'd do little performances. There's a performance of with Lynn and Patti LuPone just like singing their hearts out in front of the Richard Rodgers Theater. Um, I miss it. And they had, when Sweeney opened, they had I think it was actually almost exactly a year ago, because they did the parody of the Hamilton opening number, but it's all about Sweeney Todd instead. It's called Demon Barber Sweeney Todd. And they performed it outside of the Richard Rodgers Theater because Sweeney had just opened, and Josh Groban was there. But so we drove past. I don't know. We did a lot of walking around. We went to the Kinokuniya bookstore, and Goku said that the 50% off of the sticker price stuff was over here. That's my section, because I'm Cheapy the Cheapskate. I didn't actually buy anything because I knew, I was like, I'm gonna need to save my fun money because I wanted merch from the show. So I was like, I don't need any of this. I just looked at it all, and they had all the pretty figures and all the pretty manga. They had the Honkai Star Rail magazine cover. I took a picture of that for a bunch of people. And like the basement of the bookstore, because it was 3 stories, the basement was like all Studio Ghibli stuff, which was very fun. And then they had like the normie books, and then the top floor was all of the anime and manga stuff and the figures, and it was very fun. So no, I didn't buy didn't buy anything there. Oh, but they did have, I loved this little JoJo setup here. Um, I think my favorite is the Anasui in the bottom, where he doesn't know what's going on, but he's just there to follow Weather Report around. uh, I was like, I love you, JoJo Wall. You're so cool. And they had the giant like $500 like bunny figures for a bunch of characters. I don't even know who they are. Um, and they were gigantic. And I'm like, oh. Yeah, no, I don't have that kind of money either. I didn't even know who the characters were because I felt so out of touch. I was like, I don't know who this is. They did have a couple um things of Niji Sanji merch though, and that was weird to see. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. But yeah, the little JoJo wall was my favorite, and they had a ton of the manga in Japanese, and then they also had it in English. Yeah, it they had just like a couple of the like the big pin badges on like a rounder. They had a little section for a bunch of stuff. Like it was all labeled out very nicely, but they had like, it was like a internet zone, I guess is the best way for me to describe it. And they had some stuff with mobile games. They had some various MiHoYo and Honkai game merch. They had a little Genshin corner, and then they had like, yeah, a couple like Niji things, and I was like, oh, okay. And I felt like that one meme where it's like, they don't know I'm whatever, and Because the friends I was with don't know any of this stuff, and I'm like, they don't know, they don't know what's going down in there or who these people are. Uh, yeah, but that was good. And then there were a couple other stores. Here were the Sunny Angel, like the little Cupid dolls, and let me see. They had so many of them. And then you could get like an outfit where you could match them. Oh, that was. Why did I do it that way? That was silly of me. Whatever. But you could get this little like mouse outfit, like Hannah Montana with not two personalities. That's just like two personas. Like persona 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I guess they're personalities, but they're also personas. But yeah, it was kind of like both. And then this store that we were in, they also had, I don't know which store it was, but this was it was right next to Radio City Music Hall, which perfect, beautiful, no notes. Um I always wanted to see Radio City, which I did. Uh, but it was next to the NBC building, and this was like one of the stores in the NBC building, and I joked that I was gonna go and perform I was gonna like Fortnite dance and do that like Rick and Morty to try to get them to green light Hannibal season 4, which they won't do, but God, do I miss it. They just had a little like reunion with Hugh Dancy and Mads Mikkelsen at C2E2, and apparently someone did ask like, "What about season 4?" And Mads was like, "I'm not against it." And I'm like, "Please God." I'd do anything for that. Yeah, this store had a bunch of little trinkets. They had a bunch of Pizza Rat like memorabilia, and also like pigeons, just pigeons, the New York City stuff. And then we went to Bryant Park, and we just sat there for a while. And we did go to like a little NBC store, and you can get all this like Jimmy Fallon merch, and it was like boring, boo, tomato. I was like, this isn't what I'm actually here for. So we sat around, and yeah, it was nice. The weather was beautiful. I was really lucky to have good weather. And then we got some pasta. I don't remember where we were. I got this pasta. It was all right. It was okay. This is gonna sound so. It was early enough before the show, but we were hungry, and we used whatever it is. What is it? Open Table to see where we could get like a reservation, and we were able to get a reservation like right away at this one place, the place that we ate at, and we were like, sure, like whatever, because I'm not picky. I'll eat anything. And we go there, and there is nobody in there, and I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. There was like nobody in there. We sit down, it's fine, and then I'm like, I don't know, we had ordered, and then we were like, and what's this place called again? And we look it up, and the reviews were so drastically different across the board. It was like, this place was empty and now I know why, to like, great time, great service, great food, and they were all recent, and they were all like back and forth, and I'm like, oh no. It's like, if I have bad pasta right here, right now, then I'm gonna go get a soft pretzel and a hot dog from one of those carts, because I know they're good. I've had them. They're good. And they'll never do me any wrong. It was fine. But they didn't give us any butter with the bread that came to the table, which is fine because they had the olive oil and stuff. But then there was a group that came in after our group, and they did get butter with their bread, so like I don't know. I don't know why we didn't. It's okay. Um yeah, it worked out in the end. It was a penne vodka. It was pretty good. And then we where do we go after that? Oh, we got ice cream at the I don't remember where it was. I should have. It wasn't far at all. It was that hold on. What the hell? Oh, it was um the Van Leeuwen or whatever, however you pronounce it. Um they were the company that did that Kraft mac and cheese ice cream collaboration. And they might have done a ranch dressing one too, which I definitely would have tried. Yeah, so okay, the cones were made in house, and first of all, I mean it's gonna be like expensive when you're there. Um, but I was like, I don't want a regular bowl. That's boring. And then they were like, we have the waffle cone bowls or the regular waffle cone. And with the bowl, it still had to go in a regular bowl, and then I couldn't like just bite it. Like I would have had to eat all the ice cream out of it and then had like the soggy waffle cone bowl. So I was like, no, I'll get a regular one. But I'm like, I only want like one scoop because I had just had all that pasta, and the woman who was behind the counter, I feel like she knew it was small in there because she just like I think it was like a scoop and then like a big half scoop, and I wasn't gonna say anything because more the more ice cream the better. Um, but it was a really good cone. But then I could break off the top and I could dip it into the little scoop, but it was like pretty compact into the cone itself. And let's see, which flavor did I have? I had the I want it right. I want more ice cream right now. It was the brown sugar. Hold on. Brown sugar cookie dough brownie chunk. Like there were way too many words in the title, but I was like, I've never had that before. I'll take that one. It was very good. Um, and then my friends got vanilla because they said the vanilla was highly rated. Whatever. I feel like Buddy the Elf, best cup of coffee. Congratulations. No, I like I like vanilla. And then the Earl Grey flavor, which I've had that kind of stuff before, but I'm like, no, no, I want the sweetest thing you can offer me. So it was a good time there. It was so cute inside the shop. Like, the walls were like a baby pink, and all the tables were like pastel Easter egg colors. Very fun. And then that is when we popped over to Radio City. They had all this pretty mosaic and tile everywhere. Very fun. And if you work in the NBC building, apparently you get a discount at the ice cream shop, uh, which, oh, if I worked there, I'd be going there all the time. I'd be abusing my employee discount. And then from there, we went to the Disney store because we had to pee. And I was like, I don't know where the bathrooms are. And then we went into the Disney store. And they have this giant hot dog now. I didn't take I didn't take a picture of it, and I didn't save one that my friends took. There's a giant like hot dog sculpture now in the middle of Times Square. The ice cream muncher. Oh, heck yes. If I could only eat ice cream and get all of my um, nutritional needs met, I would. Hot dog. Sculpture in Times Square. Okay, this literally just started because this is like brand new because these are news articles from 1 and 2 days ago. So it really just was a. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. So you're just existing, walking through Times Square, uh, and then, boom, hot dog. But of course, like this is the nice aerial view. But you're on the ground and you're like, what the hell is that? And I was like, what's everyone taking pictures of? Like besides it just being the middle of Times Square, I'm like, what is happening? And it's apparently a 65-foot hot dog. Where? In the middle of Times Square. Like, I don't know which. Yes, I was in New York City, for like 12 hours. No, it was by choice. It was not by, I was not forced to go. I didn't even notice them. I I was I was Sweeney Todd brain pilled maxed. Um I didn't have any issues with any kind of bugs. And they also had a giant King Kong like on the other side of the hot dog. Oh, nice. See, I would abuse that privilege if if I was that close. You won't. That's fair. It's I don't think I could. I don't think I could live there. People you don't want to see are there. Fair enough. I was like, I don't think I could live there, but I liked all the enrichment. Like going to the middle of Times Square, I felt like an iPad baby. Like felt like I was playing Subway Surfers and watching Family Guy funny moments and playing games on my iPad that I don't have. But I was like, "Oh my god. This is where the kids need to be." 29 minutes away from New York City. My ass lives across the country. Yeah. We me based. You can be anywhere you want to be if you believe hard enough. Um, where am I? Well, let's just say that I'm in the Midwest and it would have been. I can get there in like. How long was it? We drove and it was like an hour and a half. It would have been an hour and a half flight or like a half, like a nice between well, my friends suck and have tiny bladders. They don't suck. I love my friends so much. Mwah, if they're watching this, I love you. But their bladders are so small. Their bladders are so small, so the drive that should have taken like 7 hours took like 10. Your strong bladder. Chat, we should buy an ad space. Oh my god. They'd be like, get that clown off of there. Don't. No. I don't. Even if you had the money, I'd say no. Yeah. Yeah, the mermaids of New York. That's, oh my god, that's why I'm the way I am. The fish in New York City had mutated so badly that I just emerged from the sewers like the pizza rat and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Um, but after we went Piss Girl in the Disney store, we went to the theater and I was losing my little mind. Holy shit, is that the head Jojomi? Looked left at the woman across the street. You know the head Jojomi? And then they kissed. Meet cute. Connecting people one stream at a time. Soulmate. Yeah, the soulmate achievement. Oh, and you can't see it from this picture. Let me see if I can find a better one. Um, yeah, okay, here. The um the little fence around the hot dog looks like one of those paper baskets that you'd get a hot dog in. And it was so cute. I was like, are you kidding me? I did see a car. But the little basket exterior of the hot... Oh, wait, you can't even see it. Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. There it is. Look, it looks like one of those little paper baskets that you'd have your fair food in. It was super cute. Um, and then we went over to oh, you saw it? Yeah. Uh oh, I'd eat the paper too. Oh, no mustard. Mustard is I'm a fan of mustard, but not on everything. Hot dogs and hamburgers, okay. Corn dog, yes. Like fries, no. Ketchup is good. I will tell you the superior condiment of all time is in fact ranch dressing. It makes anything better. I can and will use and abuse ranch dressing on everything. I. What is wrong with me? How long do you have, Weemy? Oh, oh, yeah. I drank I drank two soy sauce packets once. Um, because they were like, you won't. So I did. Now I'm gonna have a unpopular opinion here. Weemy, you're not in the right section of the country to have good ranch. Ranch with love in it. Ranch with the whole ranchosi in it. Ranch is only got like three things. Yeah, that's fair. It's no something about like a homemade ranch. Like a ranch that like was made by the people that like it's a house made within whatever restaurant that is. And then I'm like, I need like all of it. Ranch dressing on most of it. Ranch made by the people for the people of the people. You're right. I think I have 3 bottles of ranch in my fridge. No, I have two. I did have three. What, the Dojomi anthem? Yeah, we do need one. I don't know how to write. I'll think about it. We can work on it. We can troubleshoot it. Hi, Well, hi, Druid. Oh, ranch made by the people for the people of the people. I was in New York City for like 12 hours, so that's what we're talking about, and also how ranch dressing is my superior condiment. And that you need to have ranch dressing made with love. Add ranch. Ranch is kind of mid. Listen. Oh no. Ranch is good. I'll let you know. It was super fun. The whole goal was I went to see Sweeney Todd on Broadway before it closed because it's my favorite musical of all time. And that five again? Oh my god, Zero. I'm gonna. You're stuck in the walls of the ranch room. Alright, let me get off the giant hot dog. No, yeah, I will say I haven't had ranch on a hot dog though. The ranch zone. Yeah. But no, if you, I don't know. I think ranch is so versatile, and the fact that if you're eating something and it's just not very good, they're forcing off-brand ranch. No, no. I there's very few ranches that I don't like. Sometimes it's like this isn't the vibe, but it's okay. All ranch, good ranch. But no, if you've ever had something that's like a little mid, okay, this was me. Um, no, it was when we were. Well, there's different brands of ranch, and some people have very strong preferences on their ranch. My reaction to ranch made by the people, ranch made for the people, ranch made, oh, of the people. I'd say, hell yeah. That's what Sweeney Todd was all about, baby. Made of the people. For the people. Ranch from people, that's what is intended. It fits very well into my uh my my media of choice. Sweeney Todd and Hannibal are both about cannibalism and capitalism. This herbal made ranch. Okay, I'm getting out of the hot dog. We're going back to the Sweeney Ranch Todd. Oh my god, no. Okay. You told the guards to eat shit and they were grass-based. Ew. Not plant-based ranch. Plant, even. Okay. I don't know if you've ever had... I'm not British. We know this. I don't know if you've ever had, like, a meat pie like the Brits have, which is a big thing in Sweeney Todd, Mrs. Lovett's meat pies. Savory and sweet pies, as you'll see, whatever. I think ranch dressing would make those babies good. Ranch dressing would fix it. They wouldn't have even had needed to go to the cannibal route unless they wanted to. Hi, Uni. Unless they wanted to, do the whole, like, saving money. Hi, Uni. Um, so we did all that stuff, and then we went to the theater, and this was our little walk up. I wanted a nice picture of the exterior. It didn't really happen. But lovely, great, no notes. And then I got my merch. I did remove the cooldown because you asked for it to be removed. You're welcome. You want to... I'll believe you for now. Yeah, that's true. Okay. And then I didn't know what I wanted. I knew they had merch. I didn't know what I wanted.
You don't know
But-
what love is or what respect
Who's
is. You
against
don't
the
know
queen
what it
will
is
die.
to have a marriage or...
Larissa. I miss her. But I got my Worst Pies in London shirt. I didn't know they had, and I'm glad that I did because I didn't even think about it. My trash TV fact? Trash TV fact of right now is, let's go, Larissa was who that soundbite was for the Who is Against the Queen Will Die. Larissa is going to be on another season of this show that I haven't watched. It's called The House of Villains, and she's going to be in season 2. And it's apparently a bunch of people from reality TV that were villains in an extent. But I think Larissa was kind of in the right. Yeah, I haven't watched it. It was like too much for me. I was like, what? I don't even know what channel it was on. Like, it was on some weird channel that I didn't have. But I know Anfisa was on the first season, and she was also from 90 Day Fiancé. And she was almost even more justified, except when she, became, like, physically, like, the abuse. Worst part. Oh, yeah, no, most British food is bad, but this is, like, exceptionally bad. So, my Sweeney Todd rundown, which I've done a stream about it, my Streamy Todd stream. But I'll make it an elevator pitch. Based off of a Penny Dreadful novel from, like, the 1800s. House of Antiheroes doesn't ring as well. Yeah. Every villain is lemons. Based off a Penny Dreadful novel from, like, the 1800s, from The String of Pearls. It's about this barber that kills people, and then Stephen Sondheim was like, that's pretty fucking cool, let's make that a musical, baby. So March 1st, 1979, Sweeney Todd opened on Broadway, and it's about Sweeney Todd, a wrongfully convicted barber who was sent away to go to prison in Australia for life, and he gets out, and he goes back to London, and he's like, I can't wait to see my daughter and my wife. I can't wait to see my daughter and my wife. I wonder how they're doing. So he shows up to where they used to live, and there's a pie shop there now. And Mrs. Lovett's like, don't know how to tell you this, but your wife was poisoned, and the evil judge that assaulted her and caused her to poison herself is now keeping your daughter as his own, as a ward. But shit, guess what, buddy? I kept your razors. So, like, you want these? So it's a revenge story that becomes a capitalist. It's like the little people, those above will serve those down below, whole situation. So he starts killing people, and then they put the people into the meat pies so that it's a symbiotic, mutually beneficial relationship. And hijinks ensue. The music slaps. this has been my favorite musical for at least 10 years. It's so good. It is so good. The movie is okay. The 2007 movie with Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter is okay, but you are missing the fun, the whimsy, and the color. And like a bunch of the music. It's fine. But live show, of course, wonderful. There's a recorded stage version with George Hearn and Angela Lansbury from 1983. I can get that for you for no cost. Great time. Show was fantastic. We were 8 rows back. I was like, and then the friends that I went with, they were like, we don't play about seats here. And I was like, you sure don't play about seats here. Holy shit. There were these girls behind us that were really annoying, but thank God they shut up when they needed to. Because otherwise I would have been mean. I would have been like, I spent all day traveling. But they sat down and shut up, so we were fine. I went into it being a little bit of a hater about the vocals, but it was okay. Play about seats. Oh, yeah, they weren't goofing around when they chose their seats for us. They chose good seats. They knew exactly how the theater was situated and what seats would be good. So only the best for us, I suppose. And they were pretty good. There was a couple moments, like, when they were on our far right, which was stage left, whatever. The blocking was kind of hard to see, but I think that would have been an issue anywhere regardless. It was great. It was so much fun. Here's my playbill. The performances were great. Sutton Foster's physical comedy was out of this world. It really covered up any, like, vocal performance that I didn't like. Because she was just so funny. Aaron Tveit needed to stop mumbling. There was way too much of the... like, sir, enunciate. And he kind of had, like, I didn't know where his accent was going. The show doesn't even need accents, but he had one anyway. And there were a couple things where I'm like, man, his voice really is, like, high. Because he's not in the vocal range the character is written for. But I thought he scared me with some of the performances where he needed to. It was a good time. All the other actors, fantastic. Tell him off on Twitter. Oh, okay. Sure. And he'll go, he won't even know. He'll be like, what the hell? Who is this? Where are you from? No, I love and respect the performing arts too much. This is a show that I'm very picky about. And I'm used to hearing it certain ways in my head. You're gonna be like, you have versus, when you're like, Cordelia, what's your problem? One of my problems is that I listen to this musical soundtrack every day in some capacity from any of the cast recordings that have happened over the years. And I've seen it live locally, like with local productions. I've seen plenty of the slime tutorials. I've seen the recorded concerts and official recordings. So I'm like, I know how I want it to sound. And when he was doing a little too mumbly, I'm like, sir, you gotta open your mouth. But I was very impressed because sometimes they had their backs to the audience, like, entirely. And you could still hear them because they have such good sound equipment. I'm quite the specimen is right. Quite the specimen is absolutely right. That's a good way to describe it. And then here is Aaron and Sutton at the very end when they did their bows at curtain call. Um, I would have asked the costumes to be a little more fun in a couple instances, but everyone did such a good job. Maybe I cried a little bit because I was having a great time, and not because I was upset with the performance in any way. But it was just like it went way too quick. I'm like, I was like, it's going way too quick. But it was awesome. Very, very fun. Oh, the blood was perfect, by the way. um, like sometimes I haven't actually seen it where they have it like actually like bleeding in some capacity. Okay? No, usually there's just nothing. When I've seen it live, there is nothing in terms of blood, or it's like red ribbon or cloth. Which, like, okay, nuh-uh. There was fake blood. It was good. Like, I want to know how it was done, like, where it was hidden. I'm assuming somewhere in, like, the cape, the tarp thing that when they put it on for the shave and the haircut, there has to be some kind of something. And then, yeah, it was very good. And then, yeah, you see, there's blood on Aaron over here, too. I don't know how they made it all work, but they did. And I mean, that's the thing, too. If I'm paying the price that I am for the experience, the blood better look good. Yeah, see, like, everyone's kind of... Actually, what's his face? Pirelli might not be bloody. I don't know. But, yeah, there were a couple things where I'm like, why didn't Mrs. Levitt have her giant feather boa hat? Because that would have been really fun. But the set pieces were great. The use of like the fog and the dry ice or whatever they were using. Awesome. But yeah, no, good times. And then the show ended and we all had a nice standing ovation, whatever, and then we hauled ass out of there and we came home. And I got home at like 8 o'clock this morning and I slept for like 7 hours. And back to work I go tomorrow. But this is my high horse of live performance and live theater, so special. Where's the CGI blood? Sort of, this is a stage show. You got projectors? See, even if they did projection, I think that would look really cool. Because they could do it right. But yeah, no, it was good. We were making friends with the people around us in the seats. Uh, and just, you see people from all over. You got holograms? Oh, yeah. Oh, rest in peace, Hatsune Miku. She's not dead, but they didn't have the hologram at Miku Expo. And this, hopefully the show will be going on tour probably next year because that's usually when they do a national tour. It's usually like a year, like the next year after it closes on Broadway or the year after that. So we'll see. But if I'm there, I mean, if it's available to me, I'll be there in some capacity. It won't have to be such a trek if it's a local tour. So, but yeah, no, I the Miku Expo stuff was a whole separate thing. I know people that went and they had a really great time though, so I'm glad they did. I debated about going like many years ago and it just never worked out. Maybe someday, but I don't know. We've got Miku at home. And I'm a Luca girl at heart anyway. Not to say that no, I love Miku. That's not I know I'm going to be like, "Where's Luca?" Then be like, "It's not Luca Expo." Uh, I love them all though. I also remember when I had first gotten into Vocaloid, when I was first introduced to it, I didn't understand like how the I didn't understand that the songs had stories, but it wasn't like an overarching canon within like all the Kryptonloids and stuff. So I was just like ready to defend Luca because I thought she was the prettiest because her hair was pink, even though she killed Miku and Scissorloid or whatever, like violently. I was like, that's okay. I give her the pass because she's the pink one. And I still give her the pass because she is pink. Oh my god, I hear someone's car alarm going off. Yeah, I hear it too. Let me close my window because that's annoying as hell. Alright, window is closed. That should help. I remember when I discovered the Duke Venomania. The Madness of Duke of Venomania. Okay, you're gonna love this then. You might not love this. You're going to love it though. That is that's a dream cosplay group of a bunch of friends of mine. We want to get as many random people to join. We want to just get like as many of like anyone in like the matching dresses and just have an entourage. It won't happen. But God, we've talked about it. We've talked about going somewhere like Katsucon cuz it would look so good. Okay, I'm going to pull up a visual for you guys because you need to see the vision of why we're like, besides Katsucon just being giant, we're like, I need it to be at Katsucon because the vibes are right. Okay. So first of all, when we did talk about this, I will whenever If that ever comes to fruition, um, I will be I will be whatever Luca's character was. Um, I don't, because they're all little, right? Like, it's, yeah. I don't know all their names right now, okay? But I need it. I need one. Gaylord National Harbor. Pool hallway. Right? I gotta make sure I'm looking at the right pictures. Not this one, not this one, this one. This is the one. Okay. And say we know what we want, but we also all have to make our way to Katsu again, which is gonna be a trek. You guys can all join us. You can just like hang out. You don't even have to. I would pee my pants. I would pee my pants if I saw that. Okay. Okay. So this is okay. All right. If you don't know, okay, this is the vibe we're going for, right? Okay, this is the specific hallway we have in mind. Oh, at the resort where they hold KatsuCon. Like, please, just put me in the hallway. Please. Put me right on. We will be in the middle of the floor. Wouldn't it be perfect? It would be so perfect. I mean, also, all of the Gaylord is beautiful. It's a beautiful venue. There's tons of just marble flooring everywhere. But, like, we're specifically thinking of how it reminds us of the checkered floor. Like, two people are gonna get the joke. That's okay. We'll be the two people that get the joke. If it's funny to me, then that's if it's funny to those that are in on it, then that's all that's needed. But I think actually, if we had a bunch of people, regardless of where we are, I think people would be really excited because seeing little things like that makes me so happy. If it's, it's just something you haven't thought about in a super long time, and then you're like, oh my god, I remember. My other, like, dream or whatever would be because this was one of my friends, this was like this was their song, this was their group of choice. For me, it's Bad End Night in the whole, like, Crazy Night series. That would be my dream group. I'd be any of them. Oh, those songs are just so catchy to me. Let me get my visual for that one up. Yeah. Oh, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you, Vocaloid. You're not dead. I just... It's you. Bad End Night. I miss you so much. This is one of my favorite Vocaloid songs of all time. Ooh, and I'm hitting my mic. I think the car alarm stopped too. This was actually during lockdown. Um, like, I went off on a whole, like, we had like a Google Doc where we were all like inputting like cosplay ideas because we had nothing else to do. And we had a whole section, and it was just Vocaloid. And it was like, what what songs, everything, and it was extensive because someone would mention something, you'd be like, I forgot about that one so much. So far, none of them have happened, but maybe someday. Magic conch voice. Maybe someday. It is sad how much I love the Hito Shizuku and Yama music because they hardly used Luca. Destroy those padded room guards, and I'm gonna mess with all those settings before the next stream. A horse is parked illegally. Oh my god, why did Bojack Horseman get illegally parked? The planche! Oh. Ranch dressing. Think about it again. I'm thinking about it again now. Thinking about it again. Dies of Plant Ranch. I'm sure they have that. You know? I bet they have like a vegan ranch. Gumi, your beloved. You have good taste. Truly, I don't think I could sit here and be like, you have bad Vocaloid taste to anyone. But, yeah, no. Let me see. The other one that rewrote my brain was, the Alice Human Sacrifice. Every time. Hits every time. That would be such a fun little group to have and just mess around with. By mess around, I mean like running around. Everyone, like just like running and playing and frolicking in the woods. Okay. I don't have any more. No, that was my whole little picture slideshow. Whack. Okay. The Rocky Horror Picture Slideshow. Rocky Horror is entirely separate. Okay. I don't know where Cat Delia went. Maybe she's the one setting off the car alarms. I also... that was a noise when I realized I might have to end stream and go to bed because I have to go into work early tomorrow. Ugh. I'm gonna cry my eyes out. Ugh, nothing like having a job. Right? aren't, aren't I right, folks? Ugh. But at least it's Friday, except I messed up my whole week because I had fun time in the middle of the week. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that might have to be the move, unfortunately. Okay. It's not as exciting as when, okay, I'm gonna open this up, and that's awesome. I love how even people are correcting in the comments. I will absolutely watch. Born to eat ice cream and watch Sweeney Todd forced to work. Literally. Literally. It's okay, because you know what I'm going to be listening to on my drive into work? That's right. The Sweeney Todd soundtrack. Not like entirely. Sometimes I go through those phases and I'll listen to the whole thing in full. Like I'll just sit down. I'll just sit and like 2 hours of my life, or have it on for 2 hours of my life, whatever. But it's mixed into all of my other playlists. My Spotify Wrapped for this past year, 2023, I had 2 different cast recordings of the exact same song from Sweeney Todd in my top 5. One of them was number 1, and the other one was number 5. Because I may be crazy, but musically, it's wonderful. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. But also that means like I went insane within the time. So when the Spotify Wrapped comes out, what, the beginning of December. So the one that was my number 1 was from the original cast recording, and then the one that was number 5 was from the newest one with Josh Groban from 2023. That cast recording, I don't believe, became available until May. So I made up for a lot of lost time. There were so many months, there were like 5 months where that song wasn't even eligible for me to have on my top anything. And it was so good. One day, it'll be bad, and you'll be like, why did you do this to us? There will be some sort of musical theater karaoke session, and you'll be like, these songs are too hard, and you sound bad. And why did you choose those? It's like, because they're fun. Steven Sondheim's music is not easy to sing, but it sure is fun. And having fun is what's important. No, probably no British accent though. Unless we really push for it. But there's no reason to be British. Unless you were born British. Exactly, that is what matters. Oh my god, why I got sent this by 2 different people. It's on Instagram. I'll have to pull it up on Twitter later, and it's a guy. It's a police department. It's a police officer with a binky in his mouth, and it says binky mode activated. I've gotten sent this by 2 different people because of the binky fish. The comments are hilarious though, because it's true. Like, thank you for laying your rattle on the line. Yeah, that guy. I got sent him twice. Got sent him twice. I don't know anything about him, but I know I got sent him twice because he has the stupid binky in his mouth. It's like the blinders come on and they're like, oh shit, I know who this has to go to. It's just because I like the fish that have the binkies in their mouths. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm weird, but I'm not weird in regards to that. That is entirely different. I just think those fish are cute. Mo- Fish are, most of them are just pretty cute in general. But, ugh. Okay. Let's see. Alright, I do think I am gonna end stream though, because I have to get up early. But, okay, this weekend I'm going to a wedding. So, this weekend is off the table. Next week, more silly mode time. 90 Day Fiancé and God knows what else. But no more round trips into New York City for a while. But very glad I did it. Absolutely. I love sharing and yapping. But I was like, oh, I'm looking at my alarm and I'm like, oh no. Oh, to be a person awake. That's okay. It's all for the good of everything. Good night, JoJo Mies. Thank you for hanging out. And I will see you later.